Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And in this video, I want to talk to you guys about how human beings have fucked up and lost touch with life. Really, that's what it comes down to. So, there's going to be three things that I really believe led to our discontent, our current discontent, and continue to hurt us. So, the first thing is we strayed away from nature, right? We completely cut ourselves off from our fucking self, really, if you think about it, because human beings, we are a nature package. Our body comes from the earth, so we are the earth, we are the trees, we are the dirt, the grass, the plants, right? And we're designed in such a way that we thrive when we're around trees, when we're around dirt, when we're around grass, animals, everything. Everything in nature is designed to help us, right? Uh, it's just it's really, it's our essence. It's really our true essence, and we left that. So when you leave so it's like when you leave something that's always been with you, right? There's gonna be a lot of feelings of being lost, right? Like, think about it this way: when you leave, let's say you leave your parents' house or whatever, and you go out to another country, right? Maybe within a few days, you're gonna start to feel homesick, right? And in the same way, when we build all these fucking walls around us and imprison ourselves from our home, our real home, then we start to feel homesick. And people don't know what that homesick is, but it's actually the feeling of being away from our home, our mother nature, right? It's pretty obvious, but not a lot of people think about it like that. And that's really what we need to realize. But again, so that's number one. I mean, get back to nature. I was just in there for 3 hours today. I was out from like 1 to 3, just getting sun, walking around, just being with the elements, man. Not really doing too much. I just sat around for a couple hours in the sun, and I just did like a little walk around the trails here at my college, just off campus. So I really think that human beings need to realize that we are a part of nature, and that when we get back to nature, or we don't have to be there all the time. Like right now, I'm in my dorm, so obviously I can't be there all the time. I have other shit I gotta do, right? Like I have to be at class, I have to do homework. I mean, I could do homework outside, but I'm probably not gonna be doing that because I'd rather associate nature with free time and chill, right? I don't want to be doing work there. So that's the first thing. Getting back to our natural environment is very important. So that leads us to food, right? The second thing, food. I don't think anyone, I mean, there's certainly a few people, right? They're out there that realize how much our fucking, the type of food we eat affects us. And it can either help us or it can destroy us, right? And right now, it's destroying us, right? There's a reason these foods are so addictive, right? There's a reason why they put all these chemicals. When you look on the back, there's a bazillion ingredients, right? And it's to really get us hooked. They want us to be hooked on this shit, so we keep buying it, so we keep feeding their corporation, their industry, so they can keep fucking us up, keep making us sick, right? So it's important to get that straightened out, intermittent fasting, of course, but also the type of quality, or the quality food. Yeah, the type of food that you're eating, the quality of the food you're eating, right? Some of you guys are young, you're in high school, college, so you may not have the financial resources to afford organic food, but you can just buy conventional, right? It doesn't have to be organic, right? Now, obviously, organic's better for you. It's got higher nutrition content, but think about it this way, right? It's better for you to eat a GMO apple than it is to go eat a piece of cake, right? It's obviously not, again, it's not as good as organic, but it'll do for now, right? It's not going to kill you. So just go conventional, right? And I want to mention meat real quick because there's a lot of, you know, controversy about meat, right? In my experience, eating meat maybe once every 2 days, once every day, maybe at dinner time. Um, it seems to be fine as long as it's again high quality, so it's got to be grass fed. And I think with the meat, I don't think you should even consider getting like the standard shit, right? That only is uh, important when you buy or pertinent when you buy produce, right? Because it's not really been doesn't have all sorts of shit like meat does. The factory farm meat. So here's the thing: vegetables and fruit, they don't really go through a lot of stress when they're being farmed, right? But animals, when they are in that factory, squished all, you know, compiled in you know, all over each other, smushed together like that, the animals get really stressed out, and they know that they pick up on every other animal around them being stressed out, and that really, when the animal dies, it still has that stress inside of it, right? And we don't think about it like that because it's not scientific, right? But the matter of reality isn't really scientific, all that scientific, right? You gotta. I think it was a quote by fuck. I think it was Tesla. He said, if you want to understand the universe, think in terms of energy. And I think that it's something else, but think in terms of energy, right? Energy, you know, you can't really see it. It's just there, like you can when you feel fear, right? You can't see. Uh, I mean, it may be cortisol, but you really can't see like the fear, right? It's just there, right? So the same thing with the animals, right? When the animals are stressed like that and you eat that shit on a consistent basis, you're gonna pick up on it and you're gonna feel fear. You're gonna feel what the animal felt. And so yeah, I'm not against eating meat, but again, it has to be high quality, especially when it comes to meat, right? Don't worry too much about the produce, the fruits and vegetables, and all that. All although it would be beneficial for you, but don't worry too much about it. So yeah, food, right? You know, again, if we all just like ate good quality food, there'd be a lot more intelligent, intuitive people. There'd be more people would be more kind to each other. We'd have more clarity in our lives, and there wouldn't be so much fucking strife and conflict in the world. So that's number two. You gotta make sure we have to make sure we're eating the right shit. Number three is breath work and movement. Uh, so a lot of us, including myself, at some point, and I'm still working on it, we're not aware of our breathing. We're not aware of our breath, right? So right now, I'm actually doing a bad job. But anyways, when we're in our day-to-day activities, when we're in class, at work, sitting down, walking, most of us are not aware of our breath. And I'm still getting better at this, but when you're stuck in, when you're not focusing on your breathing and you're not breathing through your belly, your diaphragm, when you're breathing shallow and it's in your chest, in your throat, like when you're doing that and you're not conscious of your breath, you're getting lost in your thoughts, right? So think about it this way, right? When let's say you're walking down the street, right? And you're not paying attention to your breath, or you're just not aware of your body, right? There's a good chance, right? I mean, there's a good chance that you're gonna start to get lost in your thoughts. Not necessarily like worry or anything like that, although that may occur, but you're gonna feel extremely identified with what's going on in your mind. But when you notice and you become conscious of the fact that you're walking and you try to focus on that, you're definitely gonna lose concentration or focus after some time, because our attention span is very short. We don't have good attention span, so it's gonna be tough at first, but when you start to focus on your breath while you're doing stuff and the position of your body and whatever you're doing, that sort of keeps you more present and less in the future, less in your thoughts. You're still gonna have the thoughts, of course, but it's almost like right now, if I concentrate on this water bottle and I just look at it, I'm starting to notice that I don't have like, I'm not in fairyland, fantasy land, right? So that's important. And then movement, right? Well, human beings right now don't move enough. When we were like back in our primal days, I'm gonna guess, but I think we'd probably be at least walking for 6 to 7 hours a day. Let's say you woke up at 7, and you went to bed at like 8 or 9, right? That's 14 hours. You probably walked for a good half of that, maybe even a little more, half of that day, right? Doing whatever. And of course, maybe the other hours you were sitting down, working on cutting food or whatever, right? Doing shit around the hut, caring for people, doing whatever. But we were moving a lot more than we are now, right? Right now, I mean, the average human, I'd say, probably gets about 20 to 60 minutes of walking time a day. And that's okay, right? I mean, it's better than sitting down all day, but we have to do better. We really have to do better when it comes to movement and focusing on our breath, right? These two things are really big. The other two things are also important, but when we don't move, our body is not efficient. Our organs are not efficient at doing their natural processes, such as whatever, digestion. I don't really know what the fuck like the liver's responsible for. All this stuff. It's probably something I will look into in the future, but it's said that when you're moving, your body operates extremely efficiently, and when it sits down for over like a half hour, everything starts to slow down, and that's why you feel tired, because you're not getting the blood flowing, your organs aren't doing their natural processes at a efficient speed, at their natural speed. So that's why you feel tired and maybe fatigued. Like earlier in class today, I had class from 8 to noon, and during those 4 hours, man, I was just oh, I was okay. I was a little energetic, but not as energetic as I was for the past 3 hours when I was in nature, right? Oh, the amount of energy you experience in the woods or wherever is quite magnificent. So, yeah, those two things, breath work, make sure you're focusing on your breath, whatever you're doing, right? Make sure they're sort of deep breaths. You don't have to breathe super loud, but, it's good to be conscious of your breath. And it's also good to pick out, I guess 10 to 20 minutes a day of just concentrated breath work, whether it's nostril breathing, Wim Hof, bioenergetics, whatever it is, right? It's important to get that in, because oxygen fuels your brain and it fuels all your cells. So again, when we're not breathing, then our cells aren't getting the necessary energy that they need from the air we breathe, right? So that's kind of where I want to end this video. Just to recap, I'll just name the three things. It's getting in nature, getting sunlight, getting just walking, being with the air, the trees, everything. Eating the right foods, fruits, vegetables, meat, nuts, a little bit of grains, I guess, is all right. As long as it's not bullshit like that we're being fed at schools and cafeterias and all this stuff, right? And then the third, I guess, and fourth is breath work and movement. So, yeah, that's really all I have here. Make sure you apply these things in your life, focus on them, and reap the rewards, right? See the results, see the benefits, share it with others, right? It's important to get this message across, this information across to people, because right now only a small portion of the the population on the planet really understands this information and is applying it in their lives. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you get notified when I upload. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, or whatever, leave it down below and I will do my best to get back to you. And as always, I hope you guys have a good day. Peace.